Hello, I am back. I took a little bit longer of a break than I intended to, but I wanted to finish this tonight. So I'm just going to jump right back into Dr. Paul Masters, Dr. Leon Masters. Sorry, I don't know where Paul came from. Dr. You know what? Get to the bottom of this. I'm going to get to the bottom of this right now. Where am I? Dr. Leon Masters. Doctor Strange. You want to see the new Doctor Strange? Garbage. I was so disappointed. So disappointed. No, Dr. Paul Leon Masters. Dr. Paul Leon Masters. So this is from Dr. Paul Leon Masters' coursework from the University of Metaphysics. I'm going to read this first part, not the whole chapter, but this first little introductory section to part 2 of the first section of the master's portion of the program. I'm really loving it so far. I just wrote into the team of administrators that help you at any time that you want to just check in or to update you on anything, work with you on your thesis or your dissertation when you get to that level, and all that fun stuff that makes you feel real official, part of the school coursework. And I was telling them that anytime that I would be feeling really maybe weathered emotionally or challenged, just physically drained or any kind of energy, the moment that I responded with studying, with learning, and going back into the program, it would just instantly clear that. Just reading this, and so that just shows how powerful it is. And it's not even that the information is that something that you can't find anywhere in any of my books and all this stuff. Like they hold no claims over this information that it's just theirs and it's something. This is about consciousness, so it's a shared thing. The same energy would happen probably if I started reading one of those books, but with this program, just it proves, is what I'm trying to say, is it proves that the focus of the mind on the things, on higher things, on more loving things and lighter things, it just lifts you up, and it clears away so much of the distraction and the distortion and the negativity of what we are being inundated with in efforts to bring us down and out and away from each other. This unity, this brings us back in. When we come inwards and we reframe our focus and we go to the stillness, we recognize that there are good things happening, and that is that there is goodness within us, and in our unity to others, there is goodness within others as well. So I mean, that was a really the way of saying that I'm really enjoying this. So I just wanted to share this first part. So again, this is a bit of the University of Metaphysics coursework by Dr. Paul Leon Masters. And I'll just go ahead and read this really quickly. I don't really know what the screen is recording right now. Oh my God, it's just me. Oh, let me put this on the screen. Okay, sorry. No, I'm really upset that this was not like this already. Anyways, let's just get started. Thank you for watching. Let me go back so I can actually scroll through the screens and don't see myself. Where do I go? All right. Okay. So continuing on, or starting with this section, the metaphysical psychology of consciousness, part 2, the one great truth. In practically all metaphysical teachings, there is one basic truth throughout that underscores all that is said. It is the one great truth about the nature of the mind, and that one great truth is, there is but one mind in the universe, followed by, all minds are inseparable from the one great mind, followed by, all so-called individual minds are individualized expressions of the one great mind. The definition of the one great mind by mystics, metaphysicians, and philosophers has been referred to in various ways, all of which essentially have the same meaning. Universal mind, cosmic mind, infinite mind, pure mind, spirit, God mind, or God, all synonymous. Such knowledge has not been arrived at through the reasoning and analysis of the conscious mind, but by the direct intuitive experience of the inner mind. At the center or nucleus of what in a psychological sense is defined as the unconscious, a conscious inner knowingness of the infinite reality of mind has been experienced by the truly wise throughout history. Those who have had this experience of the innermost nature of the mind have called it by many names. Here's a little syncretism that I was talking about in the other video. So this innermost nature, this innermost experience is called nirvana by the Buddhist. It's called samadhi by the Hindu. It's called Christ consciousness by the Christian mystic and cosmic consciousness by the philosopher. By whatever name may be used to describe it, the key to understanding the workings of the mind and subsequently the reality of individual and collective life lies in the experience of one's innermost mind. Experience of the inner mind. The actual meaning of being born again is in the mystical experience of this state of consciousness. Nirvana, samadhi, Christ consciousness, and cosmic consciousness. An individual is mentally reborn through a direct experience of what can only be described as a divine consciousness when compared to the usual conscious life activity of the average person, awake versus asleep. Reborn, reawakened. The work of the metaphysician is to bring knowledge of this inner mind to others. Truly, a person can be transformed into a better, more aware, more loving, and productive individual through such an experience. All lesser practices of metaphysics should have this inner experience as the ultimate goal. And it's entirely free. That's the most amazing thing about all this. It's entirely free and available to each and every one of us. Christ explained it to his disciples this way: seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all things will be added to you. The kingdom of heaven, metaphysically speaking, is not an after-death place, but this higher inner mind into which a person may enter and commune and become one with the infinite mind. Christ taught people that the kingdom of heaven is here and now, and the kingdom of heaven is within you. The great metaphysician, Christ, was unquestionably saying that the kingdom of heaven is not an after-death place, but rather a place within you. Christ was a teacher of meditation. He instructed his followers, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, shut the door behind thee, and prayeth to the Father which seeth in secret. These words are understandable to any mystic. Breaking it down as follows: enter into thy closet. Enter into your own mind. Shut the door behind thee. Shut off your outer senses to the world around you. Pray to thy Father which seeth in secret. Commune or become one with higher universal consciousness. Metaphysics and traditional Christianity. All of the above sayings are mere words taken more or less symbolically by the non-mystic and uninformed Christian traditionalist. Yet they point to a literal practice and experience. This experience alone reveals the innermost nature of the mind and most completely answers the questions of who am I, what am I, where have I been, and where am I going? Note the following comparison between traditional Christianity and metaphysics in regard to these questions. And then it goes deep, deep, deep. Okay, so I'm just not going to read all that. I haven't even finished that myself, but I just wanted to share this much. And again, this is that spike of energy that I've gotten through Gemini season. The season's changed over, so we moved from Taurus energy, which is a lot more slow and chill and homey and naturey and just wanting to just snuggle up and cozy things and cook food and eat lots of stuff and just be very sensual, because Taurus is a very five senses, earth, nature, body, feeling, presence, earth around you, energy. And now we're in Gemini, which is airy, which is communicative. It's ruled by Mercury, so it wants to talk, it wants to learn. It's the lower mind, so it's the, the siblings and the youth, that inquisitive nature. So learning and just dabbling in all kinds of things and just expanding your mind because you have that Sagittarian connection that I mentioned a little bit in the other video that really wants to go deeper. But we don't have to be concerned with going too deep. Just get that sprinkling of enough that makes you feel a little bit better. And that's what it's all about. Small moments, little daily accomplishments, in consciousness. So that's all I have to share. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take good care. Create a beautiful day. I forgot to say that, like I just text it, but I should say it because it's just fun to say. All right, bye.